Test one, test one. What? Doesn't sound like it. It's got a green light.
Talk now.
Test one, two, three. Nope.
Talk now.
Test. Whoa, we got her. Easy, big. We're gonna have to set this on the podium. How is it now? Now it's not on. Now it's not on. Or is it on? Okay. How's that? Oh, is that about right? Perfect. That's good. I don't like to hear myself talk that much. So, last time, we kind of jumped into this as what we were going to do. We talked about what our mission is here, and then we need to go, and we need to go tell people about Christ. Right? We're given very specific things to do. He says, therefore, go and make disciples of all nations. So he doesn't give us kind of wishy-washy stuff to do. He nails it down pretty close. And we're to seek and save the lost. And when are we supposed to do it? Basically, all the time. That's what we're supposed to do. So there's a lot of different ways to go about it. There's what seems loud. It's good? Okay. So there's a lot of different ways to go about it. We all choose our different ways, and a lot of times we choose to just let things go, right? When we should choose to do something, a lot of times we let opportunities slide by that we could take advantage of. So that's kind of one of the things we were working on. The last thing we did was looked at a video, and it's a business training type video, but I thought it was very applicable to what we do as Christians, or should be doing as Christians. And let's get I was skipping ahead too far here. So, a lot of times we don't have the comfort level we should. And if we're not prepared, basically we always fall to our highest level of preparedness. So we think, if we get in a tight situation, we can jump in there and do what we need to do, right, to get it done. But if we haven't prepared for that situation, that's our preparation, our level of preparation always directs how we do in those situations. So, like if you're teaching class like today, if I haven't put in the amount of time, this is not going to go very good, right? Or if you're playing sports, if you think you can just go play, right? It doesn't go very well if we haven't been preparing, in the off season and during the season. So, and we're told in 1 Peter 3:15 to always be ready to give an answer. So that's kind of what we're going to work on today. Am I going the right way? Nope. So in that video, we talked about people don't buy what you do, or people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So if we think about the mechanics of explaining something of what we do, we generally start with the what we do, the product, the service, the job, the function. So a lot of times when we're talking about talking to somebody about Jesus, we often start with the mechanical stuff, the 5 steps of salvation or whatever it may be, and the how. So the action is how to be baptized. So we might go through that. And so a lot of times we're going to lose people if we start that way, because basically they'll say everybody does that, or it's very obvious as to why is what you're doing, right? So we kind of lose them. So when we talk about why, so the why part of our brain, the decision part of our brain is basically the emotional part of our brain that controls feelings. So if we're talking to somebody and we say, I feel something, or you have a gut feeling, and you go with that gut feeling, right? That's the decision-making part of your brain. A lot of times we like to have all the facts to make those decisions, but there are times when we just say, well, it felt right, so I did it, right? So that's the limbic part of your brain, the part of the brain that has no language, can't speak, but that's just the way you feel. So he says, so we want to start with why. He says your vision should be actionable if you say it out loud. Your vision is only actionable if you say it out loud, right? If you keep it to yourself, it's just a figment of your imagination. So today we're going to try, which we won't have near enough time, but we'll get started anyway. We're going to try to come up with our why statement, and start with that inside out and start with why. So we promote that gut feeling in people, we promote that emotional feeling in people, and let people know that we're passionate about what we do. We're not just going through the mechanics of it. So I keep going the wrong way here. So again, organizations, we all know and can well describe generally what we do and how we do it. But again, people really aren't that interested in what we do and how we do it. They're interested in why we do it. So as we try to work out a plan, we try to describe why we do something, and we'll work towards a statement that we can all use. So if somebody asks me, why do you drive an hour to go to church in Sioux Falls? I don't really have a great answer. Something that I can just spill out to people. I know why I do it. I have that gut feeling as to why I do it. I do it because I love the people here. I do it because I grew up in the Church of Christ, right? So I want to be part of that organization. I want to be part of the people here, and I understand that, but can I relate that to whoever's asking in a way that they will understand it? So it's really the why statement. It's what your organization stands for, reflects the values that we stand for, and basically values that you bring to the world and what the world values most about you. So it's what you value most about, we value most about ourselves as well.
I just want to say my why is because I want to be part of the team that works together to bring so proud.
Good job. Keep that thought. We are going to use it later. So what we're going to do, step one, this is going to be ask everybody to get a little bit out of their comfort zone. But I think we're really going to enjoy this part because we get to hear people's stories of what we're doing here. So I don't know, what is there, 30 people? Let's number off. Yeah, 1 to 6. So let's start over here with Chuck. Start with, you're a 1. Remember your number. 5. You too, yeah. 5, 6. Dave's, no, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 2, 6, 1, Ron. 3, 5, she can be a 4 too. 6, you're a 6. 7, oh no, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, Candy, 5. Let's start, yeah, go 6, 1, 4, 5 of them. All right, so get in your groups, not quite yet. So the first thing, we got to tell specific stories about when you were the most proud to be part of the Sioux Falls Church of Christ. So we're going to get together in our groups, and you're going to spend about 2 to 3 minutes per person telling the story of when you were the proudest to be part of the Sioux Falls Church of Christ, and that backs up to whatever church you were part of. So Southeastern, 41st Street, or if you haven't been there very long, whatever church that was. So all the ones together, all the twos together. So we're going to spend, we'll try to get it done 6, 12, 15 minutes. So just kind of, one's back there, two's right there, 6 is over there. Hold up your number. You guys, let's see, we were on 5, so you're 5, 6. You guys can be together if you want. So 5, 6. So who's got 5s? 5s are in the back. All right. So once you get together, the easiest thing is start, and you guys can figure this out. You don't have to tell your age. Oldest person tells the first story, and then just work down the line. Then you don't have to decide who goes first. Or go, I don't care how you do it. I just giving you a starting point. Try to keep track of your time. 2 to 3 minutes per person. Just keep them rolling. Don't spend a lot of time thinking. All right. Has everybody been through the crowd? Perfect. So I handed some paper and some markers around. So the next thing we want to do is basically record. We're going to pick 2 of the stories that somebody told, and you're going to record those stories, not the whole story, of course, but the person, first off on your paper, put what group you are, 1 through 6, and then you're going to record the story of a person. So pick from your group, pick 2 stories that 2 different individuals told, and you're going to record the person, and you're going to something significant about the stories. So take about, we've got 15 minutes left, so let's take like 5 minutes or less and get that recorded quick, and then I'll give you a little more detail after that. So 2 of the most significant stories. Make sure you include names and events. If your story doesn't have a name or event, it's not specific enough. That's why we do it this way. How are we doing? Has everybody got them another minute, or is everybody ready? Good? All right, step 2. Is everybody ready for step 2? So, from the stories, what was the specific contribution made to the lives of others? So think about the stories and what was the specific contribution that was made to other people by, in that story. And so we want to record verbs are very important because our aim is really to come up with an actionable statement. It's not just a statement, it's to overcome action. So, and then, so we want action phrases to record this, and there to be something that actually took place. It's not to be aspirational. So we all have aspirations to be something more than what we are, right? So it's not to be aspirational, it's to be something that actually happened. So you might have to help the people telling the story come up with, dig in a little deeper, get a few more details, but record those verbs and those action statements that took place to make this story come about. So, make sense? Good. So we'll try to take 5 minutes. Make it fast. Don't think about it, just do it. So I think, is everybody done? So I forgot to give you this piece of information. We're supposed to have 10 verbs from each story, but I think we'll... And then, like the phrases were supposed to be actionable, like we showed up and moved the stuff in. Gary showed up and fixed somebody's washer or what, I don't know. Anyway, so I think we will quit here. So if everybody would remember what group you're in. Next time Clint goes somewhere, if he asks me again, this may have been so bad he won't, but if he asks me to teach class again, we'll pick it up right here and keep going with this, because we got 2 more steps. We're trying to cram a 6-hour session into an hour. We got 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay. All right, let's start. That's part of the deal is now the next step is to get together and share everything. So, quick.
Okay, so we did the churches reunited. Is it working? Is it working? Yeah. We did the churches reunited and that our congregations came together because that doesn't really happen that often today. So the verbs we had are be humble, forgive, communicate, have open hearts, make an effort.
If you guys use that wireless mic, you gotta really hold it to your mouth. Yeah, as close to your mouth as you can, please.
So if we come up with some of the same things, which we're going to, we'll just asterisk them. So, but
Yeah, church
share those
unification,
anyway.
we were the same thing, maybe verbs like forgiveness, patience, desire to do that. The other thing we're proud of it's Orphan Sunday and building an actual orphanage in India. And, $57,000, I think, last time for Orphan Sunday. And so their verb is love and sacrificial giving and caring. So that's for our 2.
We didn't have any women in our group, so we didn't come up with this many. Hey, 3 is all we got.
Well, who wants to share over here? There's no creativeness.
All right, we came up with this, being part of the family learning the real truth. Being baptized became a person, a different person. Bargaining, verb, love, compassion, kindness, and preaching the true word.
Who wants to be the spokesperson here? The scribe gets to be the speaker.
Yes. Well, just about the same as everybody else has done. Positive social issues, growth of the church coming together, prayer groups. We have, you ask someone to pray and everybody prays. Hallelujah. We kind of help to stop abortion in this state and raise money for the missions, joining the churches together with the community. Great leaders demonstrate and they inspire. Teachers, great teachers, and we have all ages in our church, which is pretty fantastic.
That is good.
Yeah.
We also mentioned the merge. Two groups came together after many years and overcame anything that would keep them apart. Like you said, that doesn't usually happen, so that's a pretty great thing. Our second one was growing up in the church, working through some rebellious years, leaving the church and then being welcomed back with open arms and no judgments, just complete love and acceptance from there. So you want to read some of our verbs?
Love, grace, exception, maturity, overcoming obstacles, imitate, redemption, support, service, and encourage.
Very good.
In our group, it was unanimous among all of us that by far our proudest moment is when Greg Alexander teaches class.
Everybody needs a stooge.
We had merger as well, as being a big one. And then the family aspect kind of combined with the giving family aspect. We came up with, as far as merger goes, new friendships, both churches stronger, more prayerful. We feel our merger really benefited lots of churches in eastern South Dakota. As individuals, it increased our faith as well. As far as the giving family aspect, we feel like we have helped specific families financially. We've as a body helped a lot of people. We've changed lives in orphanages in India. Through our closer bond with one another in this family aspect, we feel we have made a closer bond with Christ as well, and a closer connection to Him. So that's what we had.
Okay. So I know, give me some feedback. Do we want to continue this or? Okay, good. And did you enjoy hearing each other's stories? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, I don't mean we're not going to miss lunch. Some things are important. So if you would, the sheets that you guys filled out, wrote your verbs and stuff on, get those up to me. I'll get them back to you next time we do this. Remember your group number, and we'll kind of divide up into those groups again. So thanks for playing along, everybody. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we're just filling them out.
Okay.
There's not any